And we are live.
Hello, hello.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, everyone that's tuning in on Facebook, on Instagram. No, not Instagram. On YouTube, on Twitter or Periscope, depending if you're crazy enough to use any of the two. It looks like we have a bunch. Yeah, we have a bunch of people already coming in. That's interesting. Um, so, good afternoon, or evening, or morning, wherever you are. Welcome to this week's episode of the BTNG vlogcast podcast. Everything and today it will be the episode 2 of our fixing the Nigerian High Commission website UK series. As you can see, it's taking us a while to make this second episode. From the last time I think we had this first episode, a lot of crazy stuff has happened in the world. In case you don't know, but a lot of interesting things have happened. So please bear with us. And today I am joined by Tolu is here with me. Tolu, let's say hello to the people.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. So
You
Tolu
guys
is
may
here.
remember me from episode one, but yeah, it's been a while.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure that if you do not remember Tolu, we cannot be friends. Tolu's what's it called? Socials are actually on screen now, so feel free to go follow and hit up. And also be nice, you can follow BTNG as well, Team BTNG on Twitter.
Mhm.
Pretty sure there's all good stuff in there, so feel free to follow. Uh, and once again, my name is Sani Yusuf, as you can see. And today it's going to be a very interesting show because I guess, first of all, I think before we even continue, we were supposed to have Uche here, but unfortunately, that couldn't happen. So some of you might be asking, where is Uche, the great Uche? So I promise you, she's in the background somewhere, really helping out. But unfortunately, she couldn't make it today. So Tolu, I would say, well, before we just kick start here, we'll talk about a little bit about the time that we've had to really think about everything. We've had a lot of like time, right,
Mhm.
to
Agreed.
really think about all we've been doing and like think about how we can make this show better, how we can really just do a little bit of housekeeping, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and carry on.
No, no, no. Go ahead.
And you came up with a lot of great ideas. We've really thought about like the show, especially the time format and everything, to how we've listened to our listeners from the previous episode and stuff like that. So I guess just a brief through of what we're going to be doing today quickly is we're going to first of all do a quick recap of just what we covered the last time before we begin. So the last time we were here, we really talked about the Nigerian High Commission. We identified the website. We showed you what that website looked like. Talked about some of the pain points. I think the most wow moment was when we finally saw a PDF file with the details of Nigerians, and everybody was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
you know.
That was crazy. Jeez.
Yeah, the PDF file that is actually still on there, by the way, uh, with literally passport numbers of people and full names. I don't know, that kind of thing. And so we understand that this is like not a one size. It's not I would say a like. It's not one of them things where you just in one episode we can finish it. So we're just trying to map out. So last time we talked about the GDP and PR breach. I'm just looking at the notes here. You know, the accessibility issues, the lack of mobile optimization, and everything, right? FAQ and everything that wasn't there. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to make attempts to actually solve some of the things there. Uh, Specifically for a high level, we're going to try to keep this particular show, I think, around 60-minute mark. I think that's a very sweet spot that we're going to aim. And we may go a little bit over, we may go a little bit under. Highly doubt that, but that's kind of where we are. And so I guess today we're going to then go ahead and actually solve this particular problem. And before we begin, I think to help us to what we did is we decided the smartest way would be to identify a web development theme, right? Which is we
Mhm.
went online and found a web development theme that sort of like um, match some of the things we wanted, so that instead of us doing everything from scratch, we can just reuse something that already exists, right?
Yeah.
And what do you think about our theme that we've selected?
So what, just to give context around that, there are various ways in which we can explore this, right? It's like, well, we can start building it from scratch, to say, okay, open up VS Code, let's do the HTML, CSS, and all of that stuff. Or, we could just open up Adobe XD or Figma and say, let's, try and design it, and then use like prototyping tools to show what screens are next. Or we could just actually, buy a theme out there right now, and then edit that theme and say, okay, look, as we are editing this, we know that it's not going to be perfect, but it's actually something that could be functioning like right now. The reason, obviously, that we didn't do it from scratch is because this is way easier, and someone else has helped us out in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And it also shows that if we can find these things, then the Nigerian High Commission can also find these things as well, like easily, and say, okay, look, we know our website is not as good, but here are all these options, all these themes that people have built that we can just build on top. So that's how we're exploring it.
100%. I agree with you. I think we because the reason why we're making this, like we're talking about this, is we want to be as transparent as possible, right? It's like, remember, this is not an attempt for us to like fully recreate everything. We want to spark a conversation and see how potentially we could potentially solve that problem. If we really wanted to start from scratch, I think we would require the Nigerian High Commission to really send us a very wonderful check. I'll be more than happy to help them with from scratch. Absolutely. Well, try me. What's his name? Speed Darlington. Try me. Try me. Just try me. Exactly. We're probably very cheap, only cost you a couple of $1 million, so it shouldn't be too much.
Yeah, let me get rich quick.
Exactly. Nigeria has spent more on worse things, so I think that. So I guess before we begin, let me quickly get the screen share, right? So let me get the screen share here. Let me share the Nigerian High Commission specifically, right? So here, so I can make this a little bit larger, so that the audience can see. So this is what we have, and we can see this is what the current Nigerian High Commission looks like. It hasn't really changed from where we left it.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way. What's it called? It hasn't really changed from where we left it, because you can see it's still the same. We have the most pixelated picture of our president, and there's like 7 different colors going on the homepage. There's no mobile optimization, so pretty much where we left it.
Yeah.
And the first thing we'll do is to show you the theme that we've selected, right? I'm going to particularly go here, and let me change the screen share to that particular tab. So
on that one, on that website, the pop-up, is it because you've already closed the pop-up, or?
Oh yeah, we should probably show everybody the pop-up, right? Yeah,
the infamous pop-up.
Very interesting, the infamous pop-up. So if I refresh, this god-forsaken annoying thing comes up, because these people believe that the only way Nigerians understand is by literally forcing them, and it's like in red. It's just like this pop-up. I think this is one thing that's pissed off everyone I've spoken to.
Yeah.
Why? Right? Yeah. So it is. And by the way, if you're just joining, we're not bashing the Nigerian High Commission always that way. This is an honest critique. We're literally showing you what exists, what people have to use on a daily basis. It's not a bashing thing. It's like we have to be honest and be critical about everything. So that's the case. So I'm just going to close this up, and I'm going to stop sharing this particular tab so that I can show you the theme that we have selected, right? Which is something called the City Golf, a theme. 1 second. Ale. And this is the theme. So if I just do a live preview, okay. Hold on, let me switch that tab. I don't really like sharing the screens. Instead, I prefer to share tabs. So this is it. So here we go. I think everybody can see this, right? I don't know if we need to make it a little bit larger. Yeah, I guess one size up doesn't hurt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see this is the theme that we selected, right? It's from Theme Forest. I can remove
Yeah.
this particular frame here, and this is what it looks like. It's actually a government theme from Theme Forest. We paid some money for it. Shout out to Tobu for that, for really facilitating that as well. And we what we've done here is, basically this is the template that we can use. It kind of has a lot of the things we need. It's very well designed. It is mobile ready. If we just inspect the element here and we go to I guess uh, let's try and emulate it on mobile device. So you can see this is how you would look on an iPad. It actually looks usable, and this is very, very important because most people today use the internet on an iPad, right? On a mobile device. This is what it will look like on an iPhone. It's very well arranged. So all the work has been done for us in terms of like getting it to work.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tolu, are you able to hear some kids playing in the background?
I can hear you fine, but yeah, they're just like just a little bit. It doesn't. It's not. It's not.
Okay. Because it's very hot day. Open my window, but I think the kids are about to come down. So if they get loud, I'll just go close. I'd rather stay in the heat. That's fine. So this is what we have. So I guess how we're going to approach this today is we're going to really be trying to be mindful of time. Is the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start by, I guess, put in some of the, I guess, navigational links that we've thought about, right?
Yeah.
To check that, and that's the first thing we will do. And then from there on, we would sort of then maybe we're not really going to change too much of the content, because the whole point is to just showcase the idea that this is what is possible, right?
Yeah.
Versus actually shoehorning this 100%. It's probably not going to be complete. It will not be complete. It cannot be complete, but that's not the aim anyways. The aim is for us to really educate the idea. And if you have any questions, technical, non-technical, please feel free to ask us. I can see we have around 10 people viewing live. We have a huge chunk of people coming from Twitter. I think almost 90% of people coming from Twitter, which is interesting. So that's good. Stay tuned. So Talul, what's the first thing what do you think we'll do? I guess what I'm going to do is I will put in the code version of this, so I can just quickly do the code, and then you can just discuss it. Whatever I'm missing, you can just tell me. And by the way, Uche is in the background. She's the person that's done a lot of that. So any pictures, images that you can see, we're going to be using today, is all down to the great work of Uche. I know I would have loved her to be here, but she's not particularly in the, I guess, camera friendly day, best of days today, and that's why she decided not to come through today. So okay, so I'm just going to stop sharing that particular screen.
Sure.
And we are going to go to, I'm going to open up, hold on, Benjamin Mendy.
I mean, just on that, I think on the website, the NHC website, two things to note here is, one of the primary reasons why people come on the website is for information purposes, right? Mm-hmm. So where can I get a passport, or where is the high consulate, high commission located?
Mm-hmm.
What information what papers do I need to bring? Opening times, or what is it like in Nigeria? If you're a first-time visitor, or and so on and so forth. So I think that is one of the angles at which we're looking at it. It's like, okay, for an information-based website, how can we actually make this better? How can we make it better in a way that, okay, you even show someone who's not from Nigeria, because as Nigerians, we're used to. It sounds tragic.
Why use the anyhowness?
Yeah, just anything goes. So one of the things was saying, okay, actually let's step up the game a bit, right? Even if it's just an information-based website, let's step up that game.
Yeah.
And then there's the second part of it. Like, if I want to actually get visa, or I want to get a new passport, or I want to get anything that needs to be paid for, then it links to another website, but at least you're sort of aware that that is happening, right?
Mhm.
Rather than you know. So I
Oh,
think that those are the two angles in which are
it's
very
interesting. Yeah, sorry, I stopped
no,
you there.
no, go on.
Yeah, I said it's interesting because I work in healthcare, and one of the things they do is before you leave a healthcare, like let's say the NHS or something like that, before you leave the website and to go to another website, you have to physically show the user that leaving this website now. You have to literally. There's a reason why some of these websites they have to show you. It's a by law thing. That's why you see like some of the
Ah,
payments.
yeah,
We're about to return. If you don't get returned, click here. It
yeah,
is a law because you have to provide context to the user that look, I am taking you from here to here. All
yeah,
right, it's a thing, and yeah, if you're paying here, it just takes you to some random business, so you don't know if it's fraudulent or not. Right, you need to be
yeah.
able to be like, if I'm taking you somewhere, I should tell you that that's where I'm taking you, that kind of thing. So I guess this is the first thing we're going to do. I'm just going to open up the let me share the city government tab. So I'm guessing people can now see the city government tab. So this is what it looks like. And the first thing we can do is we can probably change up that Nigerian flag, and I believe Uche has something for us. Um, we have like a Nigerian flag that she has done a wonderful job is, and to even match the dimensions, 148 by 50. So I'm just gonna download this particular JPEG. I'm gonna open it now, show in the Finder here.
I
Uh,
think just
and
just on this as well.
mhm.
I think what's actually very interesting about this is that we're doing this live. So it's if there's any moment in times where it feels like, oh, it's not actually like a finely presented cake, or I'm trying to
Yep,
think of a metaphor. But yeah, just that this is how we wanted to present it. Basically, it's like, and if you have suggestions as well, just
hundred
let
percent,
us know, and then we can.
100%, 100%. So I'm just gonna go to this is the index page, and I'm just gonna quickly again for the technical people in the house asking where's the code and all of that. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Well, this is all gonna be made like available. So what's it called? Like you'll be able to see it. So images slash logo.png. So I'm just gonna be like logo.png. So I'm gonna change this to Nigerian flag. And if I save this and I refresh this particular page, then we should be able to see a Nigerian flag. There we go.
Nice.
Can we see that?
Yep, that works.
Superb, superb. So that's what we want to see. One second, let me just uh, uh, okay. So what do we do quickly? Is there any other thing? I think we can remove this whole um, London. Well, we can come back to this. I guess we can change these what's it called, the
Navigation links.
yeah, the navigation links, right? I think
Yeah.
that's so. I'm just gonna search for home, right? And in home, so I'll be like, yeah. So I guess we can leave home, right? Home stays,
Yeah.
agreed.
Yeah.
And instead of city government, so you were saying like the first thing we want to do. I one good thing is, you know what I'll do actually. Let me stop. This is the point where I stop sharing the the StreamYard, and I will actually just open this up in its own thing, and like I guess so that I can share a particular task so that we can switch between what we are trying to change and what we are changing, correct?
Yeah.
I think that would really help. So let me just go back to StreamYard here, and I'll say, we are changing this particular um, right. Uh,
Okay.
so when I switch, you can see this, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
don't want
yeah.
to
I'm just
show
making sure
the
that it works. So, like for example, now if I'm here
yeah.
trying to get image, you are still seeing the Nigerian High Commission website, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So we do that. So this is what we're trying to improve on, which is not very good. So I feel like the first thing is we need to talk about the consular services, right? This is the service for, or maybe we should have like a citizen service because it has to be designed for your citizens first of all, right?
Agreed. Yeah.
So maybe we can have like, should we say citizen service or just citizens, something like that,
Yeah.
right? The city
Citizens
of
info or something, I think.
exactly. All right, cool. Citizens.
Are
Uh,
you don't want to show the code yet, or you feel like this is
no, no, no. I feel like that might be it will be made available online because I'm just literally changing text, right?
good? Yeah.
So for the non-HTML people in the room, they might be like, "Well, what the hell is going on?" I just need to learn how to spell citizens first. Okay, so I've just saved that. So, so like that, citizens info, correct?
Let me see if you spelled it. Yeah, he spelled it right. I'm kidding.
Yeah, my code editor has a what's it called spell check.
Oh,
So
spell check. Nice.
yeah, so my shakara will not end here.
Nice.
All right. So under citizens info, we can let's add some links. Let's say maybe passport renewal, marriage. We can even actually let's see if they have anything similar here, right?
Yeah.
Um, um, what's it called? Uh, maybe like I guess we can do something under citizens info like education. Like I I guess the one I can think of for sure under citizens info
Yeah.
is we can talk about like how do you say this um passport, maybe passport, uh,
Passport renewal.
or just put passport, right? It could be passport renewal. You could be like you actually want to get a new passport, but just let's just keep it general, right?
Sure.
Passport, and then
Passport.
maybe like I
Yeah.
guess marriage, maybe.
Yeah.
For people
Marriage.
that wanna like marry, either they're marrying a Nigerian or Nigerian is marrying them, that kind of thing. What else, as a citizen, when you come to this website, would you want to
Student information.
student
think
information? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that. I like that.
And maybe like general news or
Student
something.
information. What about like help, right? Let's say like someone's trying to kill you, and this is your embassy. You want to, like what? Yeah, like
And,
you never know people crazy like that,
you
right?
need a safe haven. Yeah. Agreed.
Like I guess what's the word we would use for that one? Uh,
I don't
um,
know. Extreme.
no, probably not that the word. Be very careful here. Uh, hold on. Let me have a quick look at uh, the Canadian website.
Sure.
Because that was the one we used, one of the ones that we looked at the last time, and we were like, it was really, really amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Also, they have citizen services, which is interesting. I think that's actually a better term, right?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, citizen services. So we can copy that. We can plagiarize that one, and they have like um, citizen registration, passport, emergency travel certificate. So, oh, that's interesting. Yeah. That's driver's license. I don't know. Maybe we would need a student. So I guess we were on the right path. Student. So they have some things like we can copy a few of that, right? A few of these. They have emergency travel certificate.
Yeah.
we can just maybe say travel documents because it could be different types of, or maybe emergency travel certificate is really important. So emergency travel certificate, and they have like
One second, just while you decide, I need to get my charger.
no problem. Citizens registration. Emergency travel certificate, aerial transit, okay, so if we go back here and we refresh this a little bit, civil services. Oh, so look at that. Yeah, that's amazing. I like that. I do. I really do. So I believe Tolu is back now with his charger.
Yeah, almost.
So while you're away, look what I've done. I've kind of just see passport, marriage,
Oh man, nice.
student services, emergency travel certificate, burial transit, and citizens registration. You know, right? I think this is pretty. I feel like we've already done a better job of finding how to renew a passport versus here where we have to go. Okay, what are we doing here? All right, passport requirements is like so yeah, okay, that's amazing. I feel like this counts for. We can move on now, right? Or we can create the next one, isn't it?
Yep.
I think for a home, we can just make home a top level thing.
So can you for home, do we have what is the current drop down on home?
Say that again?
On the drop down for home, what does it have?
The drop down for home.
Yeah.
I don't think we should have a drop down home. It should always be just home, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right now it's just a bunch of like home page, just a bunch of like
cool.
different types of home pages that this particular theme has.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about you, Tolu, but this homepage looks. Ooh.
You like this one better?
I mean, it looks nice. Nah, I think we should stick to that one. I think this was a little bit more. Bit more. Yeah, let's just stick to what we started. But yeah, pretty nice. Anyways, so I'm just going to remove that. Anyways, okay. So I'll save that and I'll refresh. So yeah, home citizen service. And I guess maybe the third one we can do is instead of departments, we can do something like I guess consular services maybe.
Yeah, agree.
Right, because that's the first thing you've done work for your citizens. Now you want to do work for your, like for people coming into your country, right? And that would be like I guess visas, and apart from visas, maybe
I'm just checking. What does the Canadian site say?
Yeah, the Canadian side is pretty good. Let's see what consular says in this particular one. Or maybe we can, instead of just consular services, we can just apart from visas, what other consular service are you going to be providing people, right? Because we do have plans to have also business as its own top level thing, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say visas, right?
Sure. Yeah. That sounds
okay.
And just check.
And then we have another one saying business, which is business/tourism.
Sure.
Yeah, kind of like one of the same or similar. And then the last one would be Let's say um, um, under business slash tourism, we can put like maybe places for trade,
Yeah. Sorry.
trade, right? Trade. Hold on, I'm trying to put a capital T. Trade, then maybe investment, and maybe like um,
So under that you can put citizenship, right?
well, under business and tourism,
Oh no, sorry, under the what was the other one? I can't remember.
visas.
Before what's the header level of visas?
Visa is the header level.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
thought you were saying consular services.
Oh no, we because it's like what else will we put? We will just put like maybe visas and then put like what were you saying? Like migration, everything. I think we should just keep it as basic as possible for now, so that we can like best
Okay,
use our time,
got
right?
you. Yeah, yeah.
So right now, and I think for now we can leave it like that with then city news, remove city news, and just leave it with contact. So let me, without further ado, if I go back now and I refresh this particular page, we'll see something that looks like that, right? It's not perfect, but it these are at least very common, some of the top level things that we talked about, right?
Agreed. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
what's it called? Um,
Okay, so marriage. Okay, and then under business tourism.
yeah. So the first thing we can do is, you know what? I want us to start the other way around. Well, why don't we start with the easiest one, which is the contact page, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Just takes us here. We can easily just put exchange these details right quickly. So we can pretty much just go to contact.html and Angulo, Kante.
So I think on this contact us page there are two main, like at least for me anyway, from my experience, right? There are two main things which I was frustrated about was
Mm-hmm.
I did not know what the opening times were, right?
Yep.
Or it felt like the opening times were outdated and all of that good stuff. I'm sure like today we're not going to put all that information, but
Mm-hmm.
one of the good things that we should expect from the High Commission is what are your opening times? When do you take public holidays? Because the public holiday in Nigeria actually affects the High Commission, right?
100%.
So you don't want to just travel. You might think, oh, there's no bank holiday in the UK, so I can just travel. But if you're coming from Manchester and you go all the way to London, and they're closed on say May 1st, or I think it's May 3rd when is election day, or May Day, then it's like that would affect you, right? So that's second thing I would expect. Then directions, I think that's there, but it's not as effective as it should be, right?
Yep.
And then anytime I've called,
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. I've done that. It doesn't. It never really ends well. And I don't mean this in this like as a slight or anything. It just never really ends well. So there actually isn't an email that we can actually put in here, which is phenomenally, exceptionally bad, right? There isn't actually an email you can send, which is so I've gotten the number. I'm just gonna be like info at um, Nigerian High Commission .com. Yeah, yeah. nhc.com. So I'm just gonna put that, and I'm just gonna copy the address here, right? And Northumberland Avenue. I think everybody knows Northumberland Avenue. So I'm just gonna
very
like
famous.
refresh this. So you can see that the information here, Northumberland Avenue. Let me see if I can play around with the Google Maps stuff to really actually make it work. Now hold on. The page could only maps correctly on this website. Okay. Oh, normally you need like a key, a map key, isn't it, to really get this to work.
Well, I mean, it's this is a work in progress, right? So this is not something that
100%, 100%. Let's look for an image that we can put here. Let me look at what Uchi has done for us. Uchi, what have you got for us? What have you got for us? What have you got? What have you got for us? So let's look at Nigerian economy. What's it called? Nigerian flag, cityscape, banners. To be honest, we can probably spend our time better on the contact page. The most important thing is what we've shown here, which is like the information, right?
Yeah.
What's it called? Yeah. So I guess for this particular form, I can remove this particular form field, which is we don't need that. Just need your name and your email
and your message.
Exactly. And if you just do that, right?
Yeah.
Good, right? And this is something we actually don't really. I mean, have you tried to? We tried to use this form the last time, right? And the form wouldn't submit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, we also tried to create an account, and it was just not.
Yeah.
Happening. But this is one of the things that we say, like on this website, why do you need to create an account? It's if you're saying this website is mainly for informational purposes, then all the account stuff is probably related to information about, okay, my passport is ready, where do I send it to? But you don't need to log in to get that information. You just need to send that information by email.
100%, 100%, 100%. I think also like it's crazy because these are like the basic stuff. I think it's a shame that and while we were discussing this weekend, I told you that I spoke with someone that actually saw what we're doing, and they've actually reached out to the NHC before to actually have a conversation about this, and it just they couldn't get anywhere, and that's just such a shame. It is a shame, but hey, it is what it is. So let me see if I can just quickly put some images here. Well, hold on. Let's see if we could just add some images here. I probably wouldn't have images of that exact size, but I can see some nice images that Uchi has gotten for us, right? Of let's see, the culture and tourism. Yes, I've seen some nice images. So let me see if I can shoehorn one of let's see, let's download this. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so let's see, show in folder. Where is it in the folder? So it's called, let me rename it to Lagos or Ikoyi Bridge. It's crazy how the Ikoyi Bridge has become like a tourist folder. So it's called thing. Let me rename it to Lagos. Did I get? Hello?
Sorry. Yes, I'm here. Sorry. Ignore me. I was just there's some playback on my
okay.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for where the images are. Resource. Okay, you breached your JPEG. Let me try this.
You're putting the images right now, right? That's correct.
Yep. Let me just see if we can. Ooh, look at that! Not too bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can. You know what? Why not? Let's replace both pictures.
Wait, can you refresh the page again?
Here, right here.
Okay, I see it. Yeah, nice, cool.
Yeah, pretty good, right?
Yeah,
got one of these.
So that's the famous Lekki Ikoyi link bridge.
Oh, very expensive bridge too. Oh,
very expensive.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what happened in Nigeria. So last like last time I was in Nigeria,
Yeah.
right? I sometimes would take that bridge because it just, if you were getting to the island, it was just easier, isn't it?
Agree.
And so apparently they had made it like you had to pay online first, but it just didn't tell anybody, and there wasn't a way for you to like buy pay as you go. So I drove on that bridge, and you can't turn.
Yeah.
And I get there, and the guy was just like, "Oh, it's online only." And I'm like, "How am I supposed to know?" And he let me pass, but I'm like, it's just the basic things in Nigeria. It's like if you don't know something, it's like Unilag. I don't know if you've ever been to Unilag. Like you're not supposed to go straight. You have to turn right. There's
Okay.
no
I'm not.
sign and everything, and then the police are literally sat there waiting for you to commit that crime, a crime you don't know. Right? They could literally solve that problem by just saying everyone must turn right.
Yeah.
Simple. But nope, they wouldn't do that sign. Nope, 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 nope. They
It,
want you to specifically go there so that they can extort you.
uh,
Yeah. And I would have not known because I was taking a girl from Unilag, like a friend of mine, what's it called? I went to school. So I was actually going around the area, and I was like, okay, let me just drop her off, while I was going home. And she was the one that told me, oh, I had never been to Unilag at the point. Oh, no, 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 turn right. I was like, oh, why? And she's like, oh, yeah, they'll catch you. And I'm like, it's the basic thing. Like, yeah. Like, so, I did not know this, but, this is designed for me to literally fail.
yeah.
Yeah. So hold on, let me just add a
It's so
video
sad.
category.
I even have I have mixed feelings about this bridge actually.
Look at that. Why
Yeah.
do you see that?
So I feel like it could have been. I feel like whenever people want to take pictures of Lagos, or they want to show where Lagos is, or like a landmark of Lagos, right?
Mm-hmm.
They use this bridge as
Mm-hmm.
a landmark, right?
Yeah.
But I have mixed feelings in that if this bridge was somewhere else, right? If this bridge was in the UK, right, it would
Correct
just
old
be
bridge.
like, yeah, an
Yeah.
average regular neckline.
It's not an architectural marvel, right? It's not the Golden Gate Bridge or the Brooklyn Bridge with the
I
I
don't.
guess we never really know. Maybe 30, 40 years from now, that would be because when the Golden Gate Bridge was made, to be honest, it was probably a big deal because it was one hell of a bridge. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel like if it's a big deal now, it will be a big deal,
But then
later
we
on.
say that though, when the London Bridge was made, probably people thought this, maybe not the Tower Bridge and like
Yeah,
it is what it is. If Nigeria, if we have people coming from around the world paying money because they want to go take pictures on that bridge, you know what? I'll call it a win. I'll call it a win because I have seen my mother come to this country and say, I want to see the London Bridge. And I'm like, Mom, it's actually the Tower Bridge. But I don't know why everybody else thinks it's London. Trust me, I thought the same before I moved to the UK. And, that kind of thing. So it is what it is. I guess it's a pro and con thing, but I see what you mean. It's like, it's not that spectacular, right?
yeah.
It's not that big.
I feel like they could have,
Yeah.
if they were gonna build a bridge like that. I feel like there could have been more. Um, there could have been more wow factor. They could have added a more wow factor to it.
Yeah. I mean, the third mainland bridge, I think, is the most wow bridge in the country because that is a spectacle of art. It is a very long. I think it used to be the longest bridge in Africa before, and it took it literally connects two sides of a city. I would like to see what they do with the fourth mainland bridge that they're promising. I would want to see what they want to do there.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think to this particular page, with the nice images here, we can call it a day.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing this like this. I'm tempted to just take what is in the actual original theme, right? They have like a nice image there, or do you think we should just leave it the way it is now?
If you can put something there.
It's just like it's very, very non-Nigerian the picture. So yeah, that kind of thing. So, anyways, I guess we can move on back to the homepage now, right? Let's try and see some damage that we can do to the homepage.
Sure.
Right. Let's see. London is best town. Is best town? No, it's not London we're talking about. I guess we can be like let's try and add some images. I'm not sure if we have images of the right size, but I can try to see. Uche has done some amazing work.
Yeah.
Nabil Fekir.
We can change the text to, welcome to the Nigerian High Commission website.
Yep, for sure, for sure. Okay, hold on. Let me download one of these images, right, and just try and see because actually we have around like 15 minutes to so let's try and at least get the home page, at least do some damage just to what's it called, the idea
Yeah.
team ng gb. Okay, so crazy. There's one thing I just realized, just a random thought. I just saw an image, the image I'm trying to put, and I realized like, do you know how many people from the Team GB Athletics are like literally Nigerian? You know, the Christian Ohuro goals. You know, these are the legends. Like they're all of Nigerian like origin. It's
Yeah.
crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just crazy. Like I wish these were people that probably in a different line that they would have probably chosen to represent.
Agreed.
Nigeria. Yeah.
Someone like Anthony Joshua, right?
He would have loved to. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I even think that there is a story. I need to confirm the story, but there is a story out there about how he wanted to
Yeah, he
join.
went to the camp when he was 18. I think it's true.
Yeah.
I believe it's true. He went to the camp when he was 18. There are rumors to say that he actually arrived late.
Oh,
While
okay.
I've also heard this rumor saying that they just didn't think he was good enough, or maybe he didn't wet the right hands, whatever the case may be. He because you forget Anthony Joshua did live in Nigeria, I believe, at some point, right?
I don't know his full history, but maybe perhaps, yeah.
Because I know Dele Ali certainly did live in Nigeria at some point. Because he was the British people were trying the whole thing, and somebody dug up a picture of him in Nigeria wearing his buba at like a birthday party. Like, bruh, you actually once lived in Nigeria. It doesn't matter whether it was for 1 month or you once lived in Nigeria. You've been here. You are Nigerian. Like there is Nigerian in you. We get it. You chose not to represent or we're paying about it, but don't be like, oh, you got nothing to do with that. No, bruh. If Ross Barkley said he didn't want to, I understand. Ross Barkley probably has never been to Nigeria, but he is eligible to play for Nigeria.
Oh, I didn't. Oh.
Yeah, Ross Barkley, he's through his grandfather, and apparently the Nigerian team actually approached him. Don't know how true that is, but apparently they approached him when he was much younger. Yeah, Ross Barkley is eligible to play for Nigeria through his grandfather.
Wow, yeah. I never knew that. That's
wow. Yeah. Yeah.
So, to your point, right? So one of the things that, we've put in BTNG Bites, or one of the things that we talk about, and we even did a hackathon on this, is brain drain, right? So you could also say that there is brain drain on the athletic side of Nigeria as well, right? All these great athletes who are performing for Western countries, but through and through on the side they rep Nigeria. If they had the facilities to represent Nigeria, even if it's just a bit, right? It doesn't have to be like we should say, okay, it's on the way to be world class, but it's not quite there yet. Then I feel like a lot of these athletes will be like, okay, cool, I'll be one of the first ones to try it because I know my generation after this would, make it to the world stage and all of that, right? But when you can't see that path, or you feel like, you're going to be taken advantage of, and so on, it's demoralizing, right? And then
that's true. Look at that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very
Uche has done an amazing job. The first picture is like as a British and Nigerian flag. Basically, I think this is real. I actually like this. Uche, if you're watching this, 230,000 marks for you. Really. Yeah. Well, you're right. The brain drain is not just a mental thing, right? People look at these athletes. I look at just look at how many British footballers do you know that are representing a country that's other than England? How many?
Very true.
How many? Let's be very. How many? How many American footballers are, even though they play in America, like in the UK, like a lot of them. Someone like Kasper Schmeichel, right?
Mm,
he was born here, raised here because his father Peter Schmeichel, but he still, represents what his country.
mm,
He's not playing for England,
mm,
right? And that's the thing. So you look at all these athletes. Look at David Alaba, right? These are
mm.
people that have like it's in their name for God's sakes, right? All back to like Emmanuel Olisadebe back in the days, like
Yeah.
these are people that I guess if Nigeria was like we were in a place where it was really amazing, they
Mm.
probably wouldn't mind. I don't know about them, but I don't think they would mind if it was something they could win trophies and be proud of. It was yeah. It's a thing like you look at the Bahrain, all these Dubai, the countries like they don't really have a lot of athletes. They grant citizenship to Nigerians, literally. I mean, I have
Wow.
rumors that they kind of make you convert to their religion, but like you get like the whole training budget and everything. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
It's if we're not careful, right? So with the brain drain, like in the last newsletter that we sent, BTNG Bites, we said there's one doctor to every 10,000 people in Nigeria right now, right? And one of the things that you have to ask yourself is, right, in the UK, I think the number is about 30 to every 10,000,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then we had a pandemic, and the NHS was struggling, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're saying now there's one in 10,000, if the pandemic hits in such a bad way, it's it'll be catastrophic. Let to put it mildly, because that would not be a good.
Yep. I think the funniest part was while that was happening, right? Like in terms of like while that was happening, you were seeing the news about like foreign countries literally looking to hire Nigerian doctors, like
Yeah.
literally saying come because they were trying to like we need more doctors. Like it was interesting. While
Mm,
COVID was happening, it was a good time for like a lot of doctors that wanted to leave the country. Uh,
which is actually interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I'm just putting a second picture. Another one from Uche. So this I
Nice.
really like the first one, Nigerian High Commission, London. We can all change the copy some of the time, and then the second one is she found these two beautiful, amazing women, like really
Nice.
showing the essence of like, oh, I don't even know part of Nigeria, but it's like Uche, you have done a wonderful job with the pictures.
I agreed.
Yeah.
100.
So
I
someone said they know the Unilag problem very well. So it sounds like someone that has been caught out of this particular Unilag problem that I described. And another person, Enyi, says all boils down to the fact that no one sees a reason to be patriotic for Nigeria, and that's the truth. You can't really blame the like a lot. Like we're able to do this, because we have a lot of free time and a lot of things, and because we live in a society that has enabled us to do that. And Nigerians just need the basics to really like we are bricks and mortar people. You actually give us the basics, we tend to like you don't have to invite us to be um I would say culturally you don't have to invite us to be ambitious. There's opportunity, like we're good. So also goes he likes what he sees. Apparently, I really like this picture. I think this is a real picture that we can use in a real Nigerian High Commission website. You know what? When we finish this, right, I'm gonna ring those people up and be like, "This is what y'all should be using." Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Agreed.
So we
Agreed.
got a few more images. Let me just look at. There's that one. There's a Lagos city skyline of. I probably let me try using the other ones. The like some tourist, I guess, sites. Let's use the National Theater. Let's see if we can fit that.
That's such an iconic
It
picture
is
from
an,
Nigeria.
that place alone should be bringing us minimum like 1 billion naira a year.
Mm,
Like,
mm.
like, dude, we
Like,
live in we live in the UK. We go to see the Buckingham Palace. People go taking pictures on the like. I know people that they want somebody to propose to them by the Tower. The Tower Bridge is disgusting. It smells. It is old, but it's iconic. It has. That's the thing. It's like, you know, it's
It looks good in pictures. That's all you need.
It's so amazing. Like there's a lot of stuff we can really do.
Yeah, you know, I feel like, yeah, once you have these iconic sites,
Yep.
tourism can really take off. You know, with the if you read the story about the Eiffel Tower, right? And even in fact, when it was built, there were a lot of demonstrations or protests of like, what is this thing that has been like, it's just there and it's causing commotion, and it's like we could have used we could use this site for better things and so on and so forth. But years down the line, I mean, I don't know if they predicted it, but years down the line, do you know how Paris has been known for the romantics capital?
Yeah. And have you been to the Eiffel Tower, by the way?
Yeah. It's quite sick.
It's nice, but everything underneath the Eiffel Tower is disgusting. It is.
You're right.
It is just like that's the Eiffel Tower they don't show you.
Yes.
It is absolutely disgusting. It is disgusting. Oh, I've just got an amazing picture for you. Oh, I don't know if it was the Nigerian bobsled team, but it's not very. Oh, I've got another one, an iconic one. You're gonna love this. You are going to love this.
I just saw the picture of the third slide has you've replaced it with
the National Theatre.
The National Theatre, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And just while we're talking, I'm just kind of like, silently just to put in a little bit of something,
I feel like even if it was just this, right? You come on the website and you just saw this, or
you'd be like, I want to see that. Oh, Nigeria's got this.
Yeah,
I want to see that. No, yeah. That's the thing.
I feel like there's probably a psychological thing as well. I think maybe it's called the halo effect or something. But if you go to the current Nigerian High Commission website, you're a bit like, oh, are they tracking me right? Does it feel safe? It doesn't feel safe, And then you go on site like this and you're like, oh, okay.
I mean, it is not safe. Literally, it's still on HTTP. Look at that. It is still on. Look at that. Google, your browser is saying not secure. Your connection to this site is not secure, right? There's nothing more you need. Your browser is the one telling you, look, this site is not secure. And HTTPS is the basics of like DevOps today. It's like the most basic thing, but c'est la vie. But then you hear that they budgeted, 69,000,
which is
yeah. Didn't you see the thing that was going on with at the National Assembly, the comedy show?
Oh, that was
yeah. Senator Fabio, off your mind. Oh man, I like how we can sit on this safe space and literally like bitch about our own country while we're actually trying to make it better. It's like we should be able to have fun, right?
Oh, good.
So watch for the next slides now that I just added.
Cool.
Just watch for it. Wait for it. Iconic moment. Remember these guys?
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Remember these guys?
Amazing.
Nigeria, we Brazil. Nigeria beat Brazil. Ronaldo Conde cry.
Nigeria beat.
Yeah, man. That was the song of every one of us.
There's a song that goes, all we are saying
was more goals.
Was that not from this event? I can't remember.
So someone just said, Linda just said, Nigeria has a long way to go when it comes to patriotism. And she had a great point that I was actually going to make, and I forgot, which is you can't have tourism without security. If I'm scared of coming to your country, you can't do that. And I think this is the one country in Africa that has done amazingly well with tourism, right, and security is Senegal, Rwanda.
Yeah, Rwanda.
You
I've
forget
heard.
that Rwanda, every country around them is fighting.
Mm,
The
mm,
Burundi is just figuring out what the ABCs of democracy is, right? Congo is literally Joseph Kony is next door.
mm.
Uganda is like Yoweri Museveni. No disrespect to him, right? Like everyone around him is like in haywire. Like, no, for real. Like I'm gonna bring up the map of Rwanda, right? Like this is what Rwanda looks like, right? Country in East Africa, right? Like, nah. And Rwanda is like you forget that they're not a rich country. They're still a very poor country, poorer than Nigeria. People forget that, right? It's bordered by Burundi, which is like literally a French-speaking country that only recently, like the whole genocide, they have clearly not even recovered, right? Just
Mm,
in 1992, 1 million people were slaughtered in this country.
mm,
They have a memorial with skulls, right? Then you look next door, you have the DRC, and I don't think I need to go around. And no disrespect to anybody here, right? I'm being real. The DRC, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. And then you look up with Uganda, where you know the president thinks it's his birthright, you know. And
mm.
maybe Tanzania is probably a little bit sane, they haven't really got nothing like
Well,
bad.
are you saying that you can't? So you can't have tourism without security. Like,
Absolutely.
are there countries in which the security is a bit, but there are a lot of tourists that go there?
No, I don't think so. I think if you look at Tunisia after they had the shooting, just one shooting, it affected the tourism. Even Egypt after they had not even like security, they had like the whole what's it called, revolution
Oh,
thing,
really? Yeah,
right?
yeah,
People
yeah.
still shied away from like going to see the pyramids, but of course they have the pyramids, and everything. But like now you're thinking twice, right?
What about countries like, okay, so we say Mexico has the cartels, and the
When you think
Caribbean
of tourism, is Mexico the first country that comes to your mind? No disrespect to Mexico.
I, I'm just saying they do have a lot of tourists. Well, I know what you mean.
Yeah, yeah. You still get that. Like you get tourists, like, but
Yeah.
a lot of these countries have recovered. So you look at places like Colombia with all everything, but they still recovered, and they still even like now. I'll be honest with you, right? The first time I met my friend from Colombia, and the first thing I said was, "Oh yeah, of course, Pablo Escobar." They do not like it. Do not do that. But I had no idea. I was ignorant to that fact, right? And because to them it's like we've literally done so much work to get away from this legacy, but it's still haunting us, right?
Mm, mm, mm.
Yes, and like so in Nigeria now you're going to think about like have you ever had like non-Nigerian friends that you talked about invite them to Nigeria and the first thing they say like is this safe? And you feel almost like taken aback because you're like, why would you think that? Because you don't think of Nigeria the same way you think of maybe like I don't know Syria, right?
Yeah,
But to
agree.
them, it's the same they see. They see
Yeah.
Boko Haram. They don't know that Boko Haram is in some fringe part of town. They just think Boko Haram is like, they probably killed your sister, my sister. That's all they think. So
Mm,
it's like, and this is why I think Obasanjo understood. And I would say semi-committed. I'm not excusing it, but like some of the things he did in Niger Delta, right?
mm,
Really, really terrible, right? But I think it comes from like I'm not trying to rationalize that particular treatment, but it comes from a rational like, understanding that if you if you want investment, there's got to be peace. If I want to
yeah.
bring in my money, I got to know that my money is, and so we can't have that in Nigeria.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So I
Agreed.
mean,
As a tourist, that would probably, if I hear a country is, it's not safe.
yeah. I mean, you live in London when the London Bridge stabbings and bombings happened. The London Bridge. I'm pretty sure you probably avoided that route for a while. Like you were a little bit more well, this bridge, and this is a country that you've lived in what pretty much half of your most of your life, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So even you will be like, ha, I heard that there was a stabbing here. Or like, let's say you want to go to like, Old Peckham. There were
Mm,
parts of Old Peckham that you're like, no, no, I'm going to take the long way around. And
agreed.
this is a
Agreed.
safe country, but because you know that I've heard, you've never seen, but you've heard, that's enough to get you shook. And you're probably a guy that can handle himself and everything, but still, you don't want to risk it. Why risk it? It's
Mm,
just so I feel like we need to also understand why people say it's not a racist thing when people like ask those questions. They it's a practical human mind thing. You would probably ask the same. If somebody said, "Oh, come to Syria," you'd be like, "What?" No,
mm,
exactly.
okay.
And so
Do
I
you
think,
think that information can be on the website? Like how do you portray to a visitor that say we were on the path to get it to our country being a safer country?
It has to start. Tourism will never work. The only way tourism works is if people in the country consume it. That's in my experience. America is a tourist nation, right? People forget that America's tourism industry is huge. You know why we don't think of it that way? Because most people in America travel within America. They will
That's
go to
true.
holiday to Miami,
That's
to
true.
ATL, to
To
that is
Vegas.
tourism.
Yeah.
That is tourism.
Yeah.
I've been to San Francisco because I just wanted to see the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
I've been to LA because it's LA. I want to be able to tell people I've been to LA. And
Yeah.
for whatever reason, that makes me look a little bit more, the ladies like it better, like, oh, you've been to LA, you're well traveled, you know. It's like New York, Boston, these places. So if Nigeria as a country, I feel like the focus should not be bringing in people from the outside. It should be people from the inside. I want to hear a Nigerian saying, let us go and do a family trip in Obudukaturan because we feel safe. That is safe for us to go. Because if I can go and tell you the story, then I can tell somebody else. I want to see a Yoruba man saying, I want to go to Kaduna to go to Kajuru Castle for the weekend. I want to see an Igbo man saying, I want to go to Olumo Rock. I want to see a Hausa man saying, I want to go to the mangroves palms of the Bielsa, where you have the most endemic species in somewhere around the world, where those species exist only in Nigeria. There was recently I saw like the first pictures like the gorillas in the Calabar mountains are now reproducing because they saw like the female gorillas. These are some of the most endangered gorillas in the world, subspecies. We don't know this. I want to see someone from Edo going to Yankari. The walls of the Edo kingdom are the longest man-made barriers created on Earth, longer than the Great Wall of China.
Is that a fact?
Great Wall of China is making China. China is a communist country where you're not allowed to do anything, but they understand that the Great Wall of China, people want to come and see that stuff. The walls of Edo have way more history. They're longer than anything in the world. Man-made barriers.
There's a lot that we could actually bring to the forefront.
Exactly, but if the one from Lagos he cannot go to Edo State, Benin Kingdom, comfortably and go and come back in one piece, how then do you expect Jimmy from Kent to come and spend his money? So it has to start with. And once the man from Edo understands that 7,000 people came this month to Benin, the people in Benin will now start saying, look, we would actually be the one policing our own environment. Those bad men, we will be the one catching them. The police will understand that this is bad for business. Right? It is bad for business. It's bad because my daughter that works in this in the tourism industry, she's a tour guide, that speaks Bini. So she's a tour guide. And if I don't catch these thieves, instead of letting them shanding me 15 naira and they go, I understand that would now kill my daughter's business and my, these
livelihood is gone. Yeah.
When people see that, look, we're better together, and everybody will get sense.
Yeah.
Even those robbers okay. Well, why you think everybody wakes up and just wants to rob? No, very few people are that sick. Oh, let's go and open a stand for kunu and sell kunu to these tourists and sell it at inflated prices. It's simple.
Yeah.
So we've just literally gone over like an hour. I think this is probably a good place that we can sort of like recap and then, call it a day. We've done
on that homepage. Sorry, just going on that.
Yep.
Can you remove that second button that says, I guess those ones. Or I don't know, maybe change it.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if we have time because they're actually a little bit technical.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a little bit technical because they're repetitive buttons. We can probably make up for the next time. Because then it's on every other slides as well, and there's like 6 of them. But I think this is a good start. We've done this, and I really like the start that we have. We have a lot of things to do, but this is a very, very good start. So much that we can add here and there, and like all the copy. But like we have the contact page, pretty much done with like two amazing pictures here. And we have the homepage with, I mean, just this first picture. I don't know why it gives me joy seeing the British flag and the Nigerian flag, right?
Agreed. Yeah.
So any thoughts or recap, Tolu? Over to you
Yes.
now.
So I feel like just one of the main things that we're trying to say here is this is not even something that we believe is hard, right? If we can get on a call and say, let's try and tackle this together, even as a side thing, um, these are little things that we believe can just enhance a lot of, situations, including your mindset, right? Like if you're proud to visit this website, then, what other things could you be proud of? So that I think that's from a psychological perspective, that's one thing, right? Then the second thing is, actually solving some of the issues that we want. So, how can I get the information that I need? Is it, I come on the website and I can see the headers that says, okay, this is how to get that information. This is where you need to go, and so on. And then, maybe the contact us page, maybe they need like some chatbot. I'm overthinking it here, but you know, I feel like they hoard information in some ways as well. And another thing that we also wanted to tackle as well is one of the reasons why you see that big pop up um, on the website on the current Nigerian High Commission website when you go on it is because there is an employee, you know, at the consulate saying, we need to put out this information and we need a way to put out looking at this just making me laugh. But there's a way we need to
It
get this
moves.
information out to citizens. And they just thought of the crudest way to do it, right? And it feels just it's annoying to put it mildly. So one of the things that if you were to tackle it would be like, and one of the things that we were thinking is, as an employee, how do I put this information on a regular basis? And you just it would be like a WordPress back end where you can update your blog posts and so on. But rather
Mm.
than blog posts, it's you're updating this section of the website. Um, especially like with COVID-19 and situations like that. So I hope that like gives perspective on where we're coming from. And obviously it's not finished, but those are my perspectives on it, basically.
Super. I think you've nailed it here right there, and that's probably a good place for us to like end. Thank you very much for everyone that's tuned in. We had a few amount of people. Surprisingly, we had Facebook is not really a place where we get a lot of people, but we have a bunch of people from Facebook today. Where I can see people on YouTube, or the both YouTube channels. I can see people on Twitter still. Like I feel like there's been a bunch of people from Twitter that have been soldiers. They've been on here. Someone just googled amazing, Dara Tosin. Shout out to Dara Tosin. Um, and yeah, and once again, don't forget to follow the what's it called, the BTNG teams at BTNG Team BTNG on Twitter. It's been a pleasure having you, Tolu, and follow Tolu on
No,
his socials as well at ADT Plus. And for me, it's very easy. Sani Yusuf, you could just literally Google my name, Sani Yusuf, or yeah, find
the
me
one
at
and
Design.
only,
Say that again.
the one and only.
Yeah, if you want to know me, if you don't know, now you know, brother. you know, so that kind of thing. This has been a wonderful episode. We're probably gonna reach out to you pretty soon to organize episode 3. And I think this format works. It's very concise. We get stuff done. We're also able to talk about just random stuff and have like engaging conversations about like all these things like Nigeria win Brazil and all of that. I like this new. So totally, you came up with this new format, a really amazing format, and so super stuff. Really, really excited for what the next series is. So I guess this is where we say goodbye to everyone. All right.
All right.
Hasta la
Thank you
vista.
for your time on a Sunday. It's been
All right.
brilliant.
Yep. Super stuff. Okay.
All right.